Hey guys, what's going on? It's your good guy here, PrinceOnyx, and I just lost my entire video for my review. I just lost my entire video for my review that I was doing. Oh my god, I'm so pissed off. No, I can't believe I lost it. Anyway, it's okay. So basically my review was for Minority Report Season 1, Episode 3, Hawkeye, and I'm gonna put my notebook right here. So if you guys see me turning this way, you'll see what I'm looking at. And it was funny too because like they were, people outside were of course drag racing. I had turned my head and I said one of my famous lines, "Oh hell no!" Like, "Oh what the fuck?" Da 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 da, because they were drag racing. So, damn. Wait. No, no, they ain't doing it now because they was just a few minutes to 20 minutes ago. Oh my god, you guys, I can't believe I just lost it. Oh, I swear, being a YouTuber is rough. It is so tough. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Hold on. Whew, all right, let's go ahead and let's do it. So, we start off with a couple on the highway, and they are, let me just do my notebook like this. And if y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at my notes. Because doing this, I feel like I have to keep doing this, and that's a little annoying just for me. So I'm trying to adjust myself. I'm probably going to take off my glasses because it's like the notes are right in front of me. So it's like if I have to do this, it's like, just so I can see it a little bit clearer. But anyway, we started off with a couple that was speeding on the highway, and they are pretty much, just having a good old grand old time, just speeding on the highway, going as fast as they want to, and the car ends up getting hacked and locked by the Hawkeye program. Now, this episode 3, is called Hawkeye, which was mentioned in last week's episode, which was supposed to be that this new predetermination, pre. It's like it's very difficult to describe this program because it's like the woman who pretty much either way it goes, the car gets hacked and pretty much it gets hacked by Hawkeye, and they pretty much tell the let me see, the car gets hacked, and then the driver gets told that he has been labeled as a level orange threat. And then, pretty much at the center, well, not at the center, at the police district, the Hawkeye program is being introduced to the officers. And there's this woman, Becky, who's a coordinator of the program, and she's pretty much letting them know that this program is. I'm looking at my notes right quick. This program is not the same as pre-crime. So it's like, in other words, they do not need the precognitives in order for this program to function. However, I'm a little skeptical because I feel like they are going to try to enhance Hawkeye, and so in order to enhance it, they are going to snatch the precogs and pretty much put them back in the chamber that they were in back during pre-crime. So that's just my idea. Just let me know what you guys think. Oh my god, you know what, as a side note, I am really tired. I mean, I took an energy pill a while ago, but I'm starting to get a little sleepy because, and actually shout out to my energy pills that I got this past weekend, because now my energy is back, but I'm feeling a little bit sleepy because I've had a long day. So and it's like, again, it's like, the video it was so good, you guys, and I'm so pissed at myself that I lost it. Like, oh my god, I may have to shorten this review. I apologize, but it's just like, god damn it. You know what I'm saying? Damn. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, pretty much Will tells Laura that the feds are pretty much going to be keeping an eye on the precinct. What is it? Wait a minute. Precinct. Anyway, the police district, their precinct, whatever. The feds are going to be keeping an eye on them. So then we see Dash and Arthur, and they are pretty much bike riding when all of a sudden they stop and they talk about Laura and Dash working together, of course, and how Arthur is still against it, but Dash is just like, yo, it is what it is, let me do me. I'm going to do me, regardless of what you and Agatha say. That's pretty much what he tells him. And so then you have Arthur, who brings up a person's name, Mark Mazzaro, and then Dash is like, I don't know any Mark Mazzaro. But then after saying that, bam, there we go. After saying that, he ends up having a vision, and it's basically of Mark beating this other guy's ass, and he pretty much beats him to death. So then, of course, Laura and Dash are at Wally's place, and they are extracting the vision from Wally's head, and pretty much they look at the video and they see Mark, and they see that they identify Mark, and then they see that the other guy that he's fighting is a man named Trevor, who is a fitness trainer. So then, Laura tells Dash about the there we go. Oh, Laura tells Dash about the feds and how, like, she sees that, she tells Dash about the feds, and he gets worried because he's thinking, oh crap, we're about to be snatched up. Me, Agatha, and Arthur are about to be snatched up, and they're about to take us back to where it all started, and he just refuses to go back to that place. And I'm with him on that. Like, fight your hardest for your freedom. So then, but of course, Laura promises to keep him safe. Now, then we see that Agatha is waking up from having the same vision again that we saw last week, with Laura being involved in the vision. And of course, this time she calls Arthur and tells him what was going on. And she also mentions a secret program that was set to take place back before pre-crime had, back before they had their big blow up that ended up causing them to cancel the program. So he pretty much thinks that, oh shit, this secret program, which I think is Hawkeye, is going to come back and take them, and it's going to come back and take them, and just, oh shit, game's over. You know what I'm saying? So then we have Laura and Dash, who go to Arthur, and pretty much they're going to him because they decided that, enough of the confidential informant, the CI stuff, because Will is really starting to like bug Laura about it. So it's like, let's just do this. Let's give Dash, he's going to keep his name, and I think they gave him a last name, Parker. Yeah, Dash Parker. And let's give him a profile, a resume. Let's give him a new identity in that sense. Because I thought that they were going to give him a new identity in the fact of changing his name and all that stuff. But it's like, you know what? Nobody but Laura and Arthur and Agatha know about him. So let's just give him a fake, profile. Who's going to know? So they do it. And of course, Arthur he's against it as always. But he's then convinced, and they make it do what it do. So then Agatha is told by, it is revealed, not Agatha, wrong character. It is revealed to Aquila that, Laura tells Aquila that she is working with a precog, Dash, and of course Laura is shocked and excited about this, and she of course wants to meet him. And then, Laura just asks Aquila for her help, and Aquila is very against it because she does not want to lose her job. This is her career, this is her job, she does not want to lose it. But it's like, of course, Laura promises her that none of that will happen. She just needs their help. They just need her help is all. And of course, she does help them. Now, meanwhile, we see that Agatha meets with this man, Charlie, on the island that, her and a whole bunch of other people are on. And pretty much she meets with this man, Charlie, and she talks to him. But then she quickly reveals that she knows the real him. She knows his past. And, he gets upset about this, and he just walks off. Because it's like, who is this bitch? Like, who are you to reveal my past to me, And he lets her know that everybody else on this island that they are living on is afraid of her because they believe that she's a witch. But really, she's not a witch. She's a precog, and she can see people's past, present, future, whatever the case is. So, she just let him know, I know who you really are. So, you can call me a witch. I know people on this island call me that. They just don't say it to my face. But, it is what it is. Like, you basically what she was saying is, you don't scare me. Okay? You don't scare me. I know people talk shit about me. It is what it is. And God damn it, this piece of hair. Well, I'm about to lay down in a little bit anyway. So, all this is going to turn into bed head. It is what it is. Anyway. Yes, so Dash makes the big leap of faith, and he goes to get he goes to get interviewed, and Yeah, Dash goes to get interviewed, and Aquila is the one who interviews him. And pretty much, Laura is watching the interview in another room when Will walks in with her, and they pretty much are talking briefly. And Will, he pretty much requests that he sees Dash's files, and they take care of that, and and pretty much Aquila just lets Laura know that she believes that Will may be on to them. So Laura is a little bit frightened about that. So, but anyway, before that happened, even though I already told y'all, Laura and Dash go to talk to Mark, and they go to his office, but then one of his employees named Ian lets them know that, oh, Mark isn't in the office today, and Ian speaks very highly of Mark. And Laura sort of questions that because it's just like, wow, you're defending a man who has anger issues. He's very irate with his behavior. It's like he has a bit of a messed up past in a sense. So it's like, you are really defending this man to the death. But anyway, they go to his house and they talk to him about this man named Trevor. And of course, he denies knowing this guy named Trevor. But of course, Laura lets him, well, she doesn't let him know. But, after the whole little talk with him and his wife, Laura and Dash are talking, and she's just like, I don't believe him at all. So it is what it is. And then, what else happened? Oh yeah, I already told y'all that Aquila told Laura about how Will wanted to interview Dash by himself, and he does. He interviews Dash by himself, and the interview is successful, and everything is a-okay. And he becomes a civilian and an analyst, not a nihilist. I get my words mixed up. He becomes a civilian analyst, and he is now an official part of the police force, and he is Laura's new partner. And now it's like they no longer have to they no longer have to hide him being her CI, her confidential informant. They just have to hide the fact that he what are they hiding? They just have to hide the fact that he's a precog. It has slipped my mind for a second. That's why I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, so they have to hide the fact that he is a precog. So the interview goes well, and then of course, so Laura and Dash go to meet with Mark's doctor, who I did not get his name because they said it so fast, so I didn't know what his name was. But anyway, they go to meet with him, and this doctor, he's been working on something new. The type of therapy that he does is called TMS. I forgot what it stood for, but basically what it does is it helps people get over their trauma and traumatic issues and their fears, and it helps them become a new person. However, there's a downside to it, which I will get to in a little bit. Yeah, because pretty much, they go to the doctor and they discuss with him Mark, and of course he's like, oh, I can't talk to you guys about my patient, the whole patient confidentiality thing. But Laura lets them know that with this whole Hawkeye program, that the whole confidentiality thing really does not hold up anymore, because it does not hold up anymore because they feel like he is going to commit a crime, which he does according to Dash's vision. According to Dash's vision. So, trying to see y'all, because it's like it was so much happening in this episode. So yeah, they end up finding out that Mark's wife had cheated on him, and that they believe that she had cheated on him with Trevor, and that is motive enough for Mark to meet Trevor and meet up with Trevor and end up beating the hell out of him and basically killing him. So they go right away to go look for him. They talk to his wife, and of course she denies knowing Trevor. However, she does tell them that she did have a one night stand. It was a little fling at a college reunion, and she had told Mark about it after it happened, and that's what sort of added to his stress and his like panic attacks and his breakdowns and everything, because he's a big tech. Okay, what the hell? I know damn well I do not hear seagulls at nighttime. Ain't no way in hell. I just heard seagulls outside my window. Ain't that something? Baby, I cannot. Oh yeah, I'm checking my phone because I got some notifications. Just checking my notes. I know, right? I'm so unprofessional, y'all. Baby, baby, baby. Anyway, what was I talking about? Yeah, so they pretty much talked to his wife about what's going on, and of course, you know, she basically yeah, Mark is a big time tech guy. He's he's a big time technology guy, and he's like many people in different careers. You have your ups and you have your downs, and so when he launched this one program, it ended up crashing, and that ended up causing his market to crash, and he suffered financial wise. But you know, he's got this new program that he's working on, which is helping to propel him back up to the level of success that he was at, you know, a few years ago. So anyway, yeah, she pretty much tells them where Mark is at, and he is over on Cherry Hill Road. He's driving, I believe he was driving in town or whatever. Anyway, ironically enough, his car had broke down, and he was on the side of the road trying to fix his car. And lo and behold, we see Trevor, the guy from the Vision. Now Trevor is doing some type of bike ride from some part in the country all the way to Washington D.C. That's where the bike ride ends. And he was pretty much in front of Mark's car, and Mark was pretty much trying to run his ass over. Let's just be honest. And he even admits it that, oh, you know, I was trying to run your ass over because you were in my way, blocking me, blah blah blah. And so they end up, you know, having words, a verbal argument, and this verbal argument turns into a physical argument. They end up fighting, and you know, he damn near almost does. The vision almost comes true, but they end up getting him. Dash and Laura end up stopping him, and they arrest him for almost killing a man for basically, you know, attempted battery. Well, no, not attempted, aggravated battery. So they stop him, and that's just that, and they save Trevor's life. And a result, Dash, Laura, and Wally, they celebrate their first official bust. Now, they end up, Wally has created this new device for Dash and his visions, and they use this new device, and it shows that automatically they end up seeing Mark commit suicide. Now, here's the twist. The precogs cannot see suicide. They only see murder. They do not see suicide. So this is like, you know, how is this even possible? And then that's when Laura thinks that, oh, somebody is controlling Mark from inside his head and making him commit suicide. So they then Dash pretty much goes to Arthur because he wants to know if Arthur knows anybody who could make somebody like commit suicide and make it look like, but it's like, you know, make it look like a murder, I guess. I don't really know. So of course Dash, he refuses to help at first, but then he tells Dash about Agatha's vision that involved Laura and, you know, the three of them being taken back and put into the chamber and all this other stuff, and it's just like, holy shit. And so then Laura goes to Mark's house, and his wife is there. She asks her, where is Mark? And she's like, oh, you know, he's upstairs in his room or whatever. And so the two of them, they run to the room where he's at, and they find Mark, you know, hanging, and it's like he almost died. So thank God they came in I'm just so excited. They came in at the right moment of time, and they, you know, got him down, and they stopped him from committing suicide. Now later we see Laura is interrogating the doctor, and Will Blake ends up coming in and helping her with the interrogation. And she pretty much calls the doctor out on his TMS therapy and says basically, you know, she doesn't say that it's bullshit, but basically she insinuates that it's nothing but bullshit, and it's like, you know, it's forcing people to become fearless to the point where they fear nothing, not even death or suicide itself. So it's like the program is really messing with people's heads and making them think that they are practically invincible. It's practically destroying people. And so she plays the doctor Mark's suicide message, and they pretty much, you know, Laura and Will play off the fact that Mark died. And so, you know, Laura tells him that, oh, you're going to be charged with Mark's death, when he really isn't dead, but they're just, you know, trying to get a reaction, and they're trying to catch the doctor slipping, which he does slip up. And so they end up finding out that Ian is the one who was in cahoots with the doctor and trying to get rid of Mark. So I guess he was trying to get rid of him in order to take over his company. See, jealousy in the workplace is a motherfucker. Jealousy in the workplace is a motherfucker. So Next, we see Mark and his wife, and they are talking to Laura and Will. And of course, the charges of aggravated battery have been aggravated assault / battery has been dropped, and that pretty much they suggest Mark see someone else, a new doctor, a new psychologist who doesn't use the TMS method, but they just suggest that he go see another doctor to get help with his emotional issues and everything else that's going on in his life. So later we see Dash is at the museum, that's the Museum of Pre-Crime, and he is later joined by Laura, and the two of them are later joined by Akila. And they pretty much are talking and just having a good old time and just, celebrating the fact that, Dash is now officially on the team, and, they can rest a little bit easier knowing that they won't get questioned as much, although, they're still going to get questioned. And then we see that Charlie, with his gun, who I think I mentioned earlier that Charlie from the island, after he walked off from Laura, he went to his garage and he had got his gun, and then he made a quick phone call to somebody. So, and he notices that his money is missing, and Laura pretty much took the money and tucked it away somewhere. She says she tucked it in a dry place. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I guess either in her house somewhere or in the barn or whatever where they had met earlier. So she took the money out of his garage and tucked it away somewhere. And she just pretty much lets him know that if he takes this money and plans on going to where he's going to go to, he's going to get killed. He's going to die. And so of course he's like, oh, I ain't scared of you. It is what it is. I will, everybody on this island again calls you a witch. And he threatens her, and she just lets him know, you know what? Your threats ain't gonna work. It is what it is. And so then, she just lets him know that I'm not scared of you, and he ends up giving in. And, they pretty much, the two of them, I guess, are gonna work together for some reason. I'm not too sure, but that's pretty much the gist of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I have not said that in so long. But, be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment if you do watch the show. Let me know your thoughts on tonight's episode. And be sure to check out the slideshow that I made yesterday and put up about my ideas for some guest stars / recurring characters that I think should be on Minority Report, Rosewood, and Scream Queens. Let me know your thoughts, and thank you guys so much. And I apologize if my throat sounds like it's going out, because again, it feels like my throat is getting sore because the seasons are changing. So I did my best. I drank water during this review, but I drank it all, and it's like, I had drank the other half in the video that I made before this, the video that got lost. So I had drank what I had left, and I didn't want to get up and leave you guys to go get some more water. So so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this review. I apologize for my voice again, and yeah, that is all. I will see you guys later. Peace. Hey.